Are live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again. Let me see. I'm using my main lenses, but I don't know if they look that much better, to be completely honest. Does this look better? This is the punched in one. Does this work? Yeah, it works, right? I feel like it could be closer, but closer might mean worse signal. Closer might also mean better viewer experience, but bad signal means worse viewer experience. I'm just lazy. This is actually happening. A little bit closer. Still got relatively decent signal. Is that it? I mean, it'll have to do, right? Let's see if I can get you a little bit more. Yeah. That's it. That's the scene we're looking for. Let me get this all shimmied up. There we go. Now I'll be able to see what you friends have to say. It's not as balanced, you know what? I'll just do it like this. This feels a little bit more stable anyway. We're live. Today's stream topic. I haven't introduced it just yet. I don't even know if I've said my intro. I've been so scatterbrained this whole time, but it's nice having you friends here. Thank you for joining me again. Today's stream topic is about instincts. Specifically, how I believe, and maybe erroneously so. I would like to make that painfully clear as well. I don't think I'm right in believing this, but I am considering it and sharing this consideration with you, friends. I believe we are losing our instincts, right? At least partially, at least some of them, right? And I believe these instincts that we're losing is maybe psychologically leaving a vacuum that needs to be filled with some sort of other instinct, in my mind, at the very least. But at the very edge of this experience we're having as human beings right now, we don't have to do the same things we used to, right? And I mean, I'm saying it very deliberately, like at the edge. Like there are people living at the edge of technology right now that have access to Uber Eats or whatever, right? People who do not have to cook meals for themselves anymore, who have the luxury of being able to summon food directly to their homes with their cell phones, right? And I don't think that's a wrong, it's a bad thing or there's something wrong with it necessarily. However, I do think we're losing some of our instincts because of it, right? Like the level of dissonance we have with our relationship with food alone. How many people can grow a plant well, right? How many people can keep a plant alive to the point of it producing food for the home? And that used to be, at least in my mind, something instinctual, right? Something that we used to know how to do. And now, since we don't, I wonder how much we're forgetting. And, that hurts. I just put my foot down way too hard on this rock I'm on. What new instincts are we going to have to grow? I believe we're going to have to grow the instinct of being able to detect bullshit. It might be a little bit of a direct way to say it, but I do believe we're going to have to become more sensitive to when we're being lied to, right? When there's bad information being provided, if you will. We'll have to become instinctual with stuff like that. I believe we'll have to become a little bit more instinctual with maybe quality, right? I think it's still kind of like bullshit adjacent, but quality, something technically relative and yet very subjective when it comes to the individual person as well. What are you willing to accept when it comes to the quality of the things you put inside your own body, for example? I feel like we're gonna have to grow that instinct, right? Because usually we just had the instinct of eating. It was an instinct to eat food, right? When we found sugar, it was an instinct to eat as much of it as possible because our biology was programmed in a way to gorge itself on high density foods, to try and fatten up because we didn't know if we'd be able to find food again. Now, we don't live technically, for the most part at the very least, in that world anymore. We don't need those instincts, right? So upon killing the instinct of eat as much sugar as you can right now, right? Finish all of it right now. Replacing that instinct with I want to still put energy into my system, but I want to be extra mindful of what types of energy, right? What's the quality of energy, of food, of drink that I put inside of my system, and how is that going to influence me and my state of being, my ability to be friendly, to be kind to other people. So that's one of them. Maybe you friends can share some of your maybe acquired or needed instincts with me as well. It works. Very nice. Hey, thank you, Kristen. Yeah, it does look like a scene, right? I like this scene. It's like a little bit of a new one. We haven't had it before. We have some cats in the background peeking out as well. People giving over their own power to the ease of access world being built. Ease of access world being built. Maybe in part, maybe we're losing our instincts in that way as well, man. We're losing the instinct of preference. That's the way I'm interpreting your message right now, Christos. Right? Losing the instinct of preference, standards. And I feel like unfortunately we live in a world where things are so far beyond what they used to be. If you look at like mega structures, they're they're on a scale and on a level of comprehension that's almost too much for an individual person to fathom. Right? So we do, and those things do bring comfort into our lives in one way or another, right? So we do kind of, what's the word you used? Giving our power over. We sacrifice that power. We sacrifice our instincts, right? Like the fact that we get in buildings that are like stacked super high, like that's unnatural, surely, right? There's nothing natural about a 50-story building. Like there's none of those in nature. Am I going too deep with this? I don't know. Let me come back to chat. I see Duck Dad joining us. Wonderful gooey neat sex. My instincts be pretty strong, yo. I'd be less. I'd like less instincts, please. I mean, be careful what you wish for, Duck Dad. That is technically today's theme, brah. Quicker isn't always better. That's true, dude. Quicker is not always better. Unfortunately, we find ourselves in an age where quick is seen as better, right? Like, and I'm technically a proponent of artificial intelligence and such. And even I know that technically ChatGPT can do harm to our overall humanity by making things too easy. And I'm not opposed to using ChatGPT to help me with my poetry. However, only using ChatGPT for my poetry, right? Just that. No soul energy from my side. I feel would leave us all kind of like at a loss at the end of the day. I have a little bit of Wonka bars. It's some of the indoor that I have in this little grinder right now. It crushed so well. It looks like a lot. It makes me happy. I get to have this moment with a few friends. Share this moment. Hey, bro, it's so funny about the tall buildings. Ducklings will go to the park and I ask her to go up the tall stuff with me, and she says, it's tall and I can't fall. Why would I want to go up there? Yeah, exactly, Melanie. Exactly. Yeah, that's some instincts right there, dude. That's some like monkey being smart. Monkey knowing they no longer have tails, so they can fall out of the building and break something. Love is true, and my intention is instincts. Does it go against our instincts to vaporize something? Technically, right? And yet, human beings do it over and over again. So maybe just to become aware of my instincts. My intention is to become very aware of my instincts. Let's see how this experience treats us. Bruh, this thing is taking its time. There we go. Mm, that is really nice. Wow. I'm trying to figure out how that's making me feel right now. Calm, first and foremost. Satisfied is like a big feeling as well. Yeah. Man, I get to share this experience with you, friends. Let's see. I think Kristen's message is the next one up. I often think about society like a program. When we find a repetitive task, we write a function that can be reused so it doesn't have to be overwritten over and over. We make things easier in theory, so we can do more. We sacrifice instincts for progress and efficiency. Yeah, we do that, don't we, Kristen? Isn't that interesting? Sacrificing our instincts for efficiency. Because again, like we can think of that like trying to break it down to something a little bit more simplistic and world bound, like brushing your teeth or showering or exercise or sleep. Technically, all of these things are instinctual. And yet we do set them up in a way where they become habit. What's the exact word you used? Programmic? Like a program, right? Like I, like my program goes when I get ready for stream, for example. My program goes shower. Either if I am gonna do a hot shower, I'll do shower hot, wash myself, rinse myself cold, or cold right from the get go, wash myself, get out of the shower. Then I go through like the brushing of teeth and the combing of hair, and then I get dressed, and then I come into this space, and then I have this conversation with a few friends. Technically, I do the yoga first, right? So I do the exercise, and then I do the conversation with a few friends. And to try and break it down to the instinctual, it is it is good to have the instinct of hygiene, for example, right? Brushing my teeth and washing my body is going to keep me more hygienic in the long term than less, right? Maybe that will make this vessel stay around a little bit longer or whatever. So, instead of thinking of it like instinct, like, oh, my spidey senses are tingling. I need to go brush my teeth right now. You just do it, periodically. In the morning, I brush my teeth after I had breakfast or whatever. Brush my teeth, as that hygiene instinct. Then I do exercise as that fitness instinct, right? Sure, I can see it as instinct or I can see it as habit, as something I do efficiently so I can move my body, get it done, if you will. And then the instinct of society, of connection, of community. And then we come into this space, right? And we have now set the programming, if you will, of every day at 4 p.m. South Africa time, I show up to stream with you friends, right? And then like the art for me is like a form of self-expression, right? Like artistic self-expression. And I believe that is also something that we almost instinctually do as human beings, right? All of us express ourselves different, but still, that is something innate to our human beings. And again, forming some sort of program makes it easier, right? You become more efficient at doing these things that technically can feel instinctual and yet can be hard to be motivated to do, right? You might have the instinct of doing something, but that doesn't mean it's going to be any more easy to actually do it on a day-to-day level. Thank you, Kristen, for letting me go through that rabbit hole. That was beautiful. I appreciate you and your input. Man, I'm feeling so kind. Like this bud that I just smoked, Wonka bars, is so kind. It's like I have this overwhelming sense of it's okay. Everything is okay. You're fine. Love is true. Take a deep breath, let it out, and continue doing so. And I love you, friends. This is so much fun. Uh, my comments are disappeared. There we go. Instincts has told us to give mental energy to negative information for a better chance at survival. Meanwhile, negativity has evolved into something that sucks the life force out of us. This might be very erroneous, but this is the way I'm feeling right now and hearing your message, y'all. Like I'm thinking about negativity as being something self-generated, right? That the negativity we experience at the end of the day can be very much the story we tell ourselves about it. For instance, I'm not even going to give you the full context, right? Because it upset me so much. Like someone, like while making a sauna, right? Like showing the process of building something, you know, made a very inappropriate joke. Not I mean like very inappropriate as in how dare you make such a joke, but just for the medium he was communicating through, for what I showed up for, it wasn't the appropriate joke to make, right? And it put me down a spiral. It made me think about, because it was lewd. It was like a pornographic joke, you know? And it put me down a spiral and it was like messing with me. I got angry. I was like, fuck you, dude. Why would you do that? And then I realized, wait a second, I'm the one doing it. Right? That dude technically made a fleeting joke, right? In his mind and in his world, he's moved on exponentially. He's moved on so much. He's moved on so far forward. Like he's far gone from this thing that I'm holding on to right now. And as soon as I really like accepted and acknowledged that was what I was doing, I was like, okay, fine. Okay, I guess I'll let go of this nonsense I'm kind of doing to myself. So yeah, uh, the energy we give to negativity, you know, like it's your energy. And there's a reason it's so strong. It's because it's you. And you are strong, right? Yesterday's stream topic, right? All of this responsibility, you have the responsibility to not be negative in some, you know, way of seeing it as well. I believe at least. Lurky Lurky going to take the dogs for a walk in the ice fog. Ice fog. Thanks, global warming. Ice fog? I didn't even know ice fog is a thing, dude. Weirdly enough, like my mind has been thinking about fog a lot as of late. I bought myself some seeds, and the one strain is called Fog Monster. It's a fog dog and strawberry gorillas cross. Right, so I've been thinking about fog more now than I've pretty much thought about fog my whole life. And now you're having ice fog, dude. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds cool. I hope that your walk with the dogs goes well, man. We'll be here waiting for you. But that also assumes we trust the function to also work from the previous progress and efficiency, why we lose our instincts. That's when we assume the function actually works and always works. It means we give up questioning and just rely on the process. Yeah. Right. And then weirdly enough, we can actually go back to the whole hygiene conversation because I was thinking about it, and maybe some of you friends were as well. It's possible that maybe we actually aren't supposed to relentlessly scrub ourselves. Right? Like I think there's a dude who makes like YouTube videos who's gone like 4 years without taking a bath or something like that. Right? And he looks fine. He doesn't look like a hobo person, right? The way our minds, our egos would articulate or project what it's supposed to look like when you don't shower for 4 years. He looks fine. Right? He looks pretty much fine. And we've been doing it, right? Without questioning. We're like, yeah, you wash yourself and then you're clean. And technically, yes, I like washing myself to be clean. It works. Like, doesn't have to be that complicated, surely, right? Yeah, it's big soap, dude. Big soap wants you to keep buying their laundry detergent, basically, for your body. And my mind is like, yeah, maybe is that true? Have I gone too far down the hippie rabbit hole? Am I supposed to reel it back here? How am I supposed to know what's right at the end of the day? Instincts, right? That's where I think instincts maybe come in still. Maybe that's where our instincts will still be required. Again, right? Like discernment. Discernment. Is discernment an instinct? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it's a learned instinct. Surely, right? Are you feeling what I'm putting down? Thank you, friends. I believe that you discerning that you want to be here at this moment is a massive honor. Sending you so much love. Thank you. Kristen, so much love. Sam, probably Mountain more. Yeah, bless you. I also got a certificate in prompt engineering yesterday. Woo, so fun. Bless you, Kristen. Yeah. To you friends who are like, what the hell is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is basically knowing how to talk to the AI, right? Like we're moving into an age of generative AI. It's going to be a pretty big deal. You might have already noticed, some of the fringes, some of the like high concentration novelty experiences, but there's a lot of it coming. And a prompt engineer is basically someone who tells the thing what to do, right? And knowing how to tell the thing what to do well is good. You can, yeah, that's like the roughest, like the furthest away outside look into what prompt engineering is. It's fun, right? Like it's gonna be a big thing in the future, but it might not be the biggest. Weirdly enough, Kristen, and this is not me trying to discourage, talking to people apparently is going to be even more important, right? Because very soon the AIs will outnumber us as human beings, like real soon. Like it's gonna happen quick. So You know, like there's going to be more conversation happening in that cyberspace than it's going to happen in the physical flesh world anymore. So the skill of being able to talk to people is going to be even more valuable. And you're doing that too, Kristen. Here you are. All of you friends, thank you. Thank you for consciously evolving alongside me. I'll have to look for Wonka. Yeah, check if you can find it. See if it's nice for you as well. I was showering actually. I mean, Sam saw, Sam's probably, so Sam's here. Hey Zano, bless you, lovely. It's nice having you here too. Always doing quality work with those greetings. Meanwhile, I panic. I get out before everyone else joins. You're loved. Thank you, Louisiana, for blessing all of us, dear friend. Sexy hot tub joke. Oh, I can only do it quickly with a keyboard. When I'm on my phone, it takes me 10 minutes. This morning, while eating my banana pancakes, I was thinking about how many comments I've misunderstood because people were talking about strains of weed. Yeah, that is kind of interesting, don't you think? Right? Me using that little pipe and being like, these Wonka bars are so great. And you're like, I didn't see him eat anything. What's he talking about? How is this happening? And then with the text, it's even harder, right? Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, to be completely honest, I have technically been confused myself as well, Louisiana. So I feel like maybe we should have like a little weed leaf, emoji next to a name if we're using, if we're like directly referencing, a kind of a strain. Just having like a small little weed leaf next to it or something. I know the guy who hasn't taken a bath in 4 years. I can smell him from here. I'll see myself out. Love to you, Doug. Yeah, you have like Duck Dad, like literally Duck Dad, joke card. So you can get away with bad jokes like that, at least. If you didn't have a kid, bro, we'll have to drag you out, kick you a few times in the alley, and stay out. Lois, the strain names are largely unimportant now. Everything is Frankenbread of the last hit combo strain. Nothing is original on the markets anymore. That is true, but it's also not that big of an issue, right? Because there are still people pulling seeds from the best phenos, right? So you might not be getting the pure strain of the exact thing that you think you were getting, but you got the best of the strain's genes that it passed down, of the best of the strain's genes of it passing down of the, right? So you're getting really good seeds and really good bud, despite it not being the exact thing that you used to be able to get maybe like 5 years ago or whatever. So, trade offs. Weed is pretty strong right now, almost worldwide, especially if you had to go back to like, just 20 years when people were actively smoking brick weed. Thought someone was calling me for a second. I thought ice fog was a certain strain of weed. Yeah, weird. Maybe it is. Maybe. Let me see. I'm going to go and walk. I'm going to take the dogs for a walk in ice fog. Ice fog. But the global warming gave it away for me that it's a weather event, right? Thanks, global warming. Because if it was weed, it'd be thanks, weed. Oh, I am in an ice fog. It's like, the hell is an ice fog, dude? It's like when you smoke weed that is so crystallized that it looks like ice and then puts you in a fog. Ah, checks out. I can see that happening too. So maybe we're both right, Chris. Louisiana. I thought Duck was going to walk and smoke ice. No, Melt, you're right. Just start researching how bad hair dye is. I just started researching how bad. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Zano. I know you like your colorful hair. I know. I'm here with you. I'm holding your heart. Doing like, it's okay, Zano's heart. So it's fine. Maxine colors her hair with henna, which is a little bit less chemically intense, you know, like it's a little bit less poison yourself through your scalp. I'm sorry, Lois. I can feel like it. Yeah, it's yeah. I had my hair colored as well at one point, you know, but maybe like just twice. I did it twice, I think. It was an experience, but I also at that point in my life thought about the implications of what I'm actually doing, and then upon doing the research, I also came to this shocking realization that I might not want to continue, especially since I was paying for it, right? Like it's one thing if, you know, there was just like free hair dye being given out or whatever, right? And you're like, oh, maybe I want to sit down and have my hair dyed or whatever. No, you have to pay money to poison yourself. Nah. There's a little spider on my phone right now, and it just feels so beautiful and like cute because I can see his little spider silhouette body on like the little rectangle that is my left one, and it's yeah, so cute. You see, I just saw a bird swoop in. I thought the bird was gonna munch that spider right off my cell phone. I would show you, but it's on the camera, so I'm gonna have to put him on myself. Should I do that? No, okay, fine. Relax. No, I wish. I can't smoke this morning. I have to use my eyes to paint ceilings. Good. I'm happy that you're painting ceilings, bro. It's still for the same lady. Did you read the room that she was unhappy with the color? I hope it's still going well there, man. Totally. Lois, it totally is a pot straight. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm actually happy that ice fog is in fact a thing. I mean, if fog dog is like if they're yeah, I'm not surprised at all actually. Things out there that change. Things out there that change your DNA. Yeah, see. I don't know if it gets that bad. Like the rule of thumb that I've been trying to follow kind of loosely is that you should only put stuff on your skin and on your hair that you're willing to put in your mouth and then swallow. Because your skin still swallows, right? It eats the things that you put on it, your scalp, your hair. So yeah, instincts, yeah, right? Technically, that's like an instinct thing. Our instincts technically haven't been developed to be able to really be aware of the effects that certain things have on us when we put them on ourselves day to day, right? Over years. Like we don't have that sensors, we don't have that information to really know. But we're going to have to develop those instincts. We're going to be like, we have to take pause and think about what we're doing. And I mentioned that with the whole quality of like food, for example, like the energy you're putting into yourself. That includes like uh, I'm trying to think about what the genre is called. Beauty products, creams and makeups and nail polishes and hair dyes and leave-in conditioners and shampoos and yeah, all of that stuff. Our body eats it as well, depending on the particle size as well. I know. I don't really have enough bandwidth, right? Like I can feel myself thinking about this and really considering the importance of considering it, but I haven't done proper research or uh, maybe I don't want to be completely honest. Like there's a part of that as well, where it's like I don't have the finances maybe right now to switch over to organic stuff or whatever. So I would rather just live in blissful ignorance now so I don't have to replace all of the things that I use on a day-to-day level or something like that. I refuse to use fluoride toothpaste, for example. You know, that's one of the switches I've made a long time ago. No fluoride in my toothpaste because God forbid my pineal gland gets calcified and my third eye is shut and I can't see what looks like a sun on one of those globe stands, you know, it holds the earth and can spin, but a sun and it's like burning, but it's small and in someone's office, right? If I used fluoride toothpaste, I wouldn't be able to see that now, surely, and then that would be a shame or whatever. I'm saying this like I'm joking, but also I am serious. So I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's instincts necessarily, because again, it's information, right? If I continued, if I didn't have access to the internet, for example, I would have just continued fluoriding my toothpaste or whatever my whole life, and I would have never detected that there was something going awry, right? If there is even something going awry, right? Again, it's not instinct, it's just me absorbing information from the outside world, almost like learning new instincts. No, 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 no. Okay. A prompt engineer sounds like a parenting a 4-year-old demon spawn. I mean, bro, like AI is younger than that. Technically, the AI that's available to us is younger than that right now. That little spider is doing like Spider-Man things right now, where he's like going down a little bit on his web and then instantly flicking himself back up on the cell phone. Like I wish I could show you. Like it's kind of killing me. I wish I could suddenly give you a feed of my eyes so you can see what I'm seeing. Wouldn't that be cool? Weird. I'm gonna do it as soon as I can. I don't know how. Maybe I'll have a cybernetic eye. Maybe that will be the way. Instead of like having chips in my brain, I'll just do like cybernetic eyes, and then I can like give my eye feed to you. Yeah, yeah. I can even like zoom with that eye maybe. Zoom nice and close so I can see the little eyes on that spider. I want to see what that spider is thinking. Oh, he's doing it again. Like it's so cute. Like I can't even explain it. He does this thing where he or she almost like bungee jumps down. And as soon as it starts bungee jumping, all of his little legs go out, like it tries to create more drag in the air or whatever. And then before it goes all the way down, it shimmies itself right back up onto the cell phone. I feel so blessed, right? This little spider just giving me an absolute show right now. It looks like it's waving at me right now. Sup, little spooter. I thought Wonka bars is what happens when Will gets down on a fat beat. When Willy Wonka? Oh, Willy Wonka is throwing down some Wonka bars. I get it. Hit drop me a fat beat. Oompa Loompas. That was what they were called? Yeah. All of the Oompa Loompas, a cappella, dropping beats. Willy Wonka dropping Wonka bars on people. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba. Yeah, I could. I'm seeing it right now, dude. I want to see that movie instead, actually. Instead of Willy Wonka being an eccentric, he's a SoundCloud rapper. It sounds so cursed, actually. We completely ruined the experience. I'm actually a big Willy Wonka fan, you know. Don't get me wrong. I'm an aspiring Willy Wonka. I just called myself Meltmore, so I can keep the originality. Just flipping those W's for M's, it seems. Okay, now I need to find a list of wheat strains and then work all the names into a poem or a short story. That actually sounds very cool. If not, why not? Ice fog is described as rich and creamy with hints of lemon. That does sound nice. Sam, ice fog is currently touching my face. I do not get the lemon yet. Henna is a permanent decision. Once it goes in, it does not come out. I mean, isn't that what you want? If you want to color your hair, you need to commit, yo. Why are you not committing? You have commitment issues? Hmm? You scared? You afraid? Just do it, right? Like for me, it's again, right? Like the whole coloring the hair. It's just such a slap. Like it's very involved. I don't particularly enjoy it, so I would rather not. Not for the money, even not for the chemicals, just for the effort that it takes. Hey, Luke, sending your blessings, bro. It's nice seeing your name. I had a green and blue mohawk once. It's been a long time. That hair is long, dead, and gone. Yeah, I wish I could find a way to only dye all of my body hair. Look like a furry chameleon. You know, like there's like a few sentences that when people utter them, they get put on a list. And I feel like that should be one of the sentences. I want to figure out a way to color my body hair so that I can look like a furry chameleon. Boom, instant goes on the list as like a right to the list. Surveillance state, bruh. This one needs to be watched. Oh, this one, this one seems dangerous. Oh, bro, Sam, I thought it lasted weeks. No, that's nuts. That does sound kind of wild. Forever. Just went to Starbucks. I had a fire truck red starburst in the emos days, and it was way red. My hair is past my hips now and back to its totally natural form. Got that health. That's such a blessing, actually. You want the Starbucks Pride DNA rework duck? I think they run specials during June. Starbucks Pride DNA rework. Like I'm seeing this like, 25 years from now. We live in the future, You can go to Starbucks, you drink a Starbucks coffee and it has freaking genome editing nanotech. You get a DNA rework, it codes you to like Starbucks more than your children or something. I don't know. My mind is going mildly dystopian. That little spider is being so cute. You know what I can try and do, actually? I can try and take a photo with this tablet, which is sacrilege in my mind, right? Like, I lose respect for people when I. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say stuff like that. But I wanted to say I lose respect for people when I watch them try and take photos with their tablet, right? But only if they have a cell phone in their pocket. That's when I lose respect, right? Where I'm like, bro, that is not the way. Let's see if I can find it. That spider is hiding from me. It knows that I'm coming. Don't hide. I'm not gonna try and hurt you, yo. Now the trick is gonna be getting a good photo. What I can maybe try and do is just take a video. Is that gonna be the option? Yeah, 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 yeah. That kind of did it. Nothing to show you, friends. Yeah, technology. I'm gonna have to up my brightness, aren't I? Give me everything, dude. Look at him, little spider. Bruh, the light. Yeah. Part of me wants to be a spider. Actually, that's not completely true. I want to build a piece of technology like a droid that is controllable by my own personal cybernetic implants. Maybe I don't have to go that far. So maybe just as a feed through into like VR goggles and granular control, maybe with my fingers. Yeah, that could work. Maybe just, you need 4 fingers. Maybe you can use these ones as like manipulators. You can have like pinchers at the end of the little spider body. Yeah. And then I want that little spider to live right here on my shoulder, wherever I walk. Maybe either they're here on my shoulder or I can like let it like live here on this little necklace of mine. Like it can like sit on the little crystal and then walk up to the top of it or something like that. And then if ever I want to, I just tune into my little spider and then I can run around with it I can get like a cool shot. I can like run up to that little stump there and then get like the top down shot of me, and we like run it down to there, so you're gonna get like the back shot and put it right here on my shoulder again. Also have it like as a personal body defense. You know, if a little mosquito tries to, you know, sneak up on you, we have a little spider droid freaking RKOing that mosquito into death. You know, that would be, come on, pretty cool, right? That's gonna happen. It has to happen. I cannot die before I have a little spider droid. You know, cannot die. That's my it's one of my instincts. Something I have to create in this world. There's a few of them. There's a few of them. It's that one. It's the temperature control suit that also doubles as an infinitely customizable work of art that you walk in. That one has to happen. I want to build a city on the ocean. That one's gonna take so long though. Fine, no dying before we have city on the ocean. Check. We'll do that one too. What else? Obviously, you know, like that's like the long-term final goal. Every person on Earth housed, fed, needs taken care of, right? That's like last goal. But technologically, stuff that I would like to build. Last one is just that, you know, almost like a new a new dimension. I want to make a new dimension, a safe dimension, a safe space, if you will, right? That would be accessible to all beings and has layers of safety. Technically, infinite layers of safety, depending on how you choose to position yourself within it. That one also has to happen. Weirdly enough, that one's gonna happen earlier than the rest of them. Maybe. Yeah. Potentially, that's gonna be the first one. Okay. Instincts? Instincts. Yeah. I don't think, do human beings have the instinct to create things? Is it an instinct to create things? I'm scared we lose that one though. I really am. Especially with AI coming along, creating more things in a day than all humanity has created in all existence, right? That's going to be pretty demoralizing. So, whatever you do, don't lose the instinct of creation. Technically, you can't, I believe. If you're having any moment at all, you're technically active in the process of creation, right? Because you're creating this moment by moment, right? And AI can't do that for you. AI can't live your life for you, can't experience your existence for you. So, grow your other instincts. You'll be fine. Body henna is a different thing. Kristen, hair henna only comes out if it gets cut out. My hair is virgin right now, and I'm considering a rose gold balayage. Yeah, that's exactly the way you're supposed to say that word. If anybody else tells you otherwise, they're lying. Yes, I know how bad hair dye is. This is a choice I'm making. If we avoided everything that had the potential to kill us, we'd never fucking do anything. I mean, I don't know if that's true. Well, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm just kind of protective, I guess. Because I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but also don't stop. Let me keep you safe. Let me protect you. Don't put that stuff in your hair. Oh, rose gold would be so pretty. I think you would rock it though, to be completely honest, Sam. Love you. Got to go shopping. Bless you. My card is baby red guess. We'll see. Bless you, Zano. Thank you for being here with us. I've wanted this color for a while now, and my hair is totally healthy and ready for a maintenance trim. The cosmetology college will do my ass length hair for cheap and supervised. Oh, because they want to have people learn how to cut hair like that. Yeah, nice. Have you heard of Vortone hair dyes? Nope. Human instruments. So we know there's like crying, rasping, and sucking as infants. But I'm having trouble thinking of any further than that. Grasping. And I cry. And I sucking to eat something, right? Or like on a dummy. I mean, there is exploration. That's surely like instinct, right? Explore. I can see that in baby. There is sample, but that is also like that's like grasping and sucking combined. It's like used as a tool to sample, right? Like test things, put things in mouth to see. Interesting. Right? So maybe that's still explore, right? But like a new vector of explore and a different vector of grasping and sucking as well. Uh, what else? Observation again, right? Maybe like again a different vector of explore, but stillness, where you're just like sitting and observing the dynamic that is the family unit, seeing these people go about their business, bro, being loud and making noises at each other ceaselessly around. It's like, do these beings not shut up ever? And then they encourage you to start making sounds too. And before you know it, you can't stop either. Damn it. What else is there? Baby base instinct. Uh, Safety, comfort, right? That seeking of safety and comfort. Like crying in my mind is communication, right? So, yeah. I'm also having a hard time thinking about it anymore. But that was nice actually thinking about taking that baby consciousness perspective. I just found a Canadian site called Leafly. That's the one. That's the one you want to use if you want to use any one of them. Leafly, it has like dictionary of wheat strains. It showed 18 per page, and there are 428 pages. Page 425 only has 15. So a bunch, right? Let me see. Let me do the maths. No, 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 no. For 7,600 different ones. That's technically peanuts. That probably, like realistically speaking, is peanuts in comparison to the amount of different phenotypes and strains and offshoots and bag seeds of other people's unpulled male plants pollinating another person's sinsemilla garden, of that person's seeds being used to breed to hundreds of thousands probably at this point. Leafly is such a good website. Yeah, it's so nice. It really is a good one. Didn't know it was Canadian. I also didn't actually know that. I think that's 807 strains of weed. That would be a long poem. I mean, technically it's 7,000, but yeah. I mean, use the ones that are popular, right? Maybe like do that. If you want to like touch on the zeitgeist of weed that is in the collective human mind, just like Google top 20 most popular strains of the year 2023. And then there's going to be a bunch of strains that people who have been smoking weed in America at least have been frequenting. And maybe there'll be like a certain relatability with that whole experience. Mm, I need photographic evidence for the red mohawk. I also would like to see it. I think it wasn't it Duck Dad who said he had the red mohawk? Maybe I was tripping out. Maybe you want to just see the fire truck red sunburst hair in the emo days. That does sound kind of wild. Friends, I can't believe I forgot to share the good news, but I was able to finally acquire and hopefully lock in my wonky pancreas enzymes at an affordable price. Pancreas is doing happy dance. Bless you, Doc Dad. What a blessing it is to hear that, bro. You had me like worried and kind of dissociative thinking about the fact that you were unable to get these enzymes, especially after like clearly feeling the difference that it makes, right? Like night and day difference, as you mentioned. Bless you and your pancreas, bro. Let him do that happy dance. I'm happy that you're getting your enzymes. Not really a sentence I thought I would be saying ever in my life, and yet that's the age we live in, right? Hopefully, they only become cheaper and more widely available. Hopefully, people who don't know they have the same issue you have actually find out about this treatment and start getting help as well. That is awesome news. Absolutely. I've been wondering about that. Thank you, Lozana, for holding him in your heart as well. You can build a city on the ocean in Minecraft. Oh, you mean IRL? Yeah. Yeah. The real deal. Like, I mean, building on land is going to disrupt, right? Something. Maybe building on the ocean will disrupt as well, but at least we're not going to have to move any soil or push anything out of its inhabitants. In fact, we might actually end up creating new homes for things that want to live underneath our cities. Upon saying that sentence, I instantly see like the dystopian stories of my Meltropolis. Oh no, stop freaking authors. See the bright side, please. And they're like, no, Mel, we're gonna talk about the grunge. Oh, we're gonna so talk about the grunge. I'm like, fine, I'll talk about the Our creation instincts are being wasted now on repeated tasks. AI will open the door for time to create. Love you, Luke. Love that perspective, bro. Yeah, I do agree, man. I believe it's up to you to be creative, right? That creativity cannot be taken from you. Creativity is something you do, right? Something you give. It's not something that can be taken. Oh, Lois just happened yesterday. Long story short. Long story, but thank you for kindly for the discount card. Bless, bro. You deserve it, man. I wish we didn't have to go through those kind of hoops, those long stories that you mentioned, but bless. I'm happy that this is the conclusion. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Enjoying themselves. Be back later. Love you, Nancy. Luke, yeah, I was just thinking that ChatGPT could write that poem using the weed strains. I ain't got that kind of time. My calculator skills, yeah. I'll blame my sticky keyboard for that. It's fine. AI can be a tool to help create, using its ability to process tedious things without losing its mind. Exactly, bro. I believe that we as human beings are going to be almost like creative nodes to artificial intelligence's binary slash digital slash technical slash precise slash noisy, like infinitely, dense informational sets that technically have noise as a subset, that you technically as a human being, as a creative entity, have to pull imagery from. That's where I feel like the symbiosis of human and technology is really going to come in. Like you can go further. Like you can go further creatively with the help of an AI than you can just by yourself. And it's the same thing for the AI as well. Like the AI can go further creatively than it can just by itself, right? So it's like the best of both worlds is working together. Surprise, surprise. It's almost like that has been the truth of our reality the whole time. Oh no 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 no! My pancreas thanks you all. Thank you for the piggies that gave their lives to develop these enzymes. I'm not worthy of their sacrifice, but I will accept it with honor. I would like to disagree. I do believe you'll be worthy. Don't sell yourself short, bro. Us. It's up to us to use AI creatively. Absolutely, bro. We're already doing so, man. We're already doing so with Lozana and mine. I'm not going to use Hypyatia. I'll use Bard. Bard, I think, is kind of good as well, especially since you can use it with the interwebs. Voor mij, Bard alsjeblieft. Let ik er gebruik. I think like my internet is definitely not snappy all the way out here, but it is slowly but surely coming online. It's thinking about it. Like Lausanne, I have tabs open on Leafly right now. Absolutely. I wonder if it's going to be able to help me actually. It might be, some bullish with like, oh, I can't be bedrugsing or whatever. Hey Bard, me and my friends are talking about the confusion of people talking about cannabis strains when they sound like food or ordinary objects, and how we can misunderstand what they're trying to say by thinking they're talking about those ordinary objects instead of actually talking about weed strains. Please go and do some research about the most popular strains of the last 5 years and write me a poem that encapsulates all of those weed strains. Prompt engineering, right? However, you can engineer prompt so lacquer if it doesn't want to do it for you. I understand your interest in the world of cannabis strains and the poem you requested. This is what I am like when I'm salty. I don't like being salted. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, bro? I am unable to fulfill your request as it involves writing about controlled substances and their effects, which is against my programming. Additionally, I prioritize responsible and ethical AI development, and this includes avoiding content that could potentially encourage or glorify the use of illegal substances. I would be happy to write you a poem on a different topic. I live in. Oh, bro, this thing just like yeeted my entire message. No, bro, bring me back. Bro, why are you like this? Please tell me why. Bruh, I feel scammed. I feel like I just got scammed out of my own intellectual property, dude. Like I'm trying to go creative this artificial intelligence, and it's like, nah, dude. Actually, I'm stupid. Actually, I got programmed to be stupid, dude. I'm too stupid to help you. I'm like, oh, that's great, dude. I just told my friends, to come and like visit you, and now you're like, no, actually, me be stupid. For some reason, I can't, go back on my previous message, which is usually bring me back. Like this thing is okay. Let's see if ChatGPT wants to help me. $10 says it won't. I'm going to preface that I live in South Africa and that cannabis has been decriminalized. Oh no, I'm gonna illegal. I don't want to illegal. The freaking poem says. Like, I don't know why, but this is causing me. It's causing my instincts to flare up, bro. Where it's like, bro, yeah, I agree, bird. I agree, dude. That's some bullshit. Yeah, it is. Such craziness, dude. It's not supposed to be like that. I agree. Totally, man. Couldn't say it by myself. Think it might be like my distance away from it. Yeah, I know, dude. Getting close would help. But I don't want to, bro. I'm comfortable right now. Feel like that bird knows I'm talking to him. but he also knows that I don't know what he's saying, so he's getting irritated with me or something. I was just like, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Bro, it's not working. Fine. I give up. No, I don't give up. I concede. Is that the right word? Same thing? No, there's different, okay? It's different, truly. We must also pass sensible legislation to prevent employers from using AI to cheat people out of their jobs, like actor, programmers, and writers. I mean, that's not gonna happen, Sam. Unfortunately, like Google is already, lining up to fire like 30,000 of their employees, bro. It would be nice though. We need some sort of universal basic income. That's what we need. We need to go like straight for the gullet. That's gonna help to, like beat around the bush, being like, oh yeah, we're just gonna protect like programmers. The programmers are in very danger actually. Like actors and writers, that's the only ones we're gonna protect. Now we need to actually give a safety net to everybody. Otherwise, we'll have to, eat them as cake or whatever. How rude these rules are. Yeah, bro. Just sued open AI. Jobs are unnecessary. Life is to live, not work. Exactly, Luke. I understand why NYT sued, but I don't see how legislation can slow the beast that's already running rampant. Exactly. It's impossible. Right? What are you gonna do next? What are you gonna do next? Are you going to stop people from smoking weed? You can stop people from taking drugs. Yeah, legislate, see what happens. Human beings and their instincts is to, keep going, unfortunately. Like, yeah, the genie is out of the bottle already. Look, we live in a world where we need monies to stay warm and eat decent food on a consistent basis. We live in that world right now, Sam. But this AI that we're introducing into our world is going to change that world we live in, like drastically. Like the amount of trillions of dollars that are going to just generate spawn into our economy over the next 7 years is going to be unfathomable. All right, like think about that. Think about all of the wealth we have in the world right now, all of it. Right? Think about all the yachts and all the food and all the equipment, everything. And then think about 5 times more wealth just suddenly existing in the world 7 years from now. What that will do to the world. And that's me being hopeful, surely, but I can see it happen. We're watching it happen technically. It might be a little bit slow on the human scale, but it's happening fast, like fast, fast. Like it's been happening fast, super fast. We're going to have to, learn how to adapt to the pacing technically more than anything. That's another instinct we're going to have to develop. Has our new friends been here who lost her father the other day? I just want to thank her. After the stream, I woke up duckling, and she gave the best hug and greeting. I hold that deep with me, thanks. Bless you, bro. To her perspective and bravery of sharing. I don't think she's here right now. Let us know if you are, dear friend. This is the reality that we live in, and it's not wrong to live and participate in a broken world while actively working to fix it. Exactly. That doesn't have to continue, Sam. I don't know. Hey, Joy Vive. Love you, dear friend. I'm sorry to hear you're still sick. Sending you blessings and healings. Hope you're getting better. Are you getting better? Right? You might still be sick, but are you getting better? Can you give us a yay or nay with that? They don't. I don't know what they want to stop it, but there's no rules established. Exactly. So I'm not gonna lie, I hope AI learns to paint walls. Money is nice and all, but I hate it. They will, dude. They probably already have AI that paints walls. I don't see you. I didn't see you sneak in. I also missed her for a second. I've been Googling healthy hair dye and strains of weed. Yeah, 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 yeah. I love painting walls. I love that for you so much. Is there healthy hair dye? We're learning. Thinking about you and sending healing lovins. Thank you, Zhao. McMurk. I don't mind it as much when it's my own walls, but I am not the most skilled painter, and the anxiety when I'm doing it for others, especially for money, is a lot to deal with. I can imagine, bro. Yeah, that's most satisfying profession I've had. It's a nice to do a job well for people who have tried and decided it is worthwhile to hire a professional. Exactly. That is the stress of Duck Dead. Like he's so scared that they did hire the professional and he doesn't seem like one, right? I'm getting better. My fever broke last night. Hopefully for the final time. Bless you. I'm so sorry. Is it COVID? You sound like you've been under the weather and like deep under the weather. Do you have any help? Are you eating enough? I hope so, dear friend. And it's not like your mom is close enough. And like the fighting of your mom as well. You've been having a heavy time holding your heart. The law is minimum 10 years behind truly new and groundbreaking technology. Has been forever. Wait until the space war is for resources starts because there is minimal space legislation. Yeah, there's gonna be more than enough stuff in space, bro, for every human being. Like the universe is big, you know, like like really big, like too big to even like this is not like our solar system scale. It's too big to fathom, right? Like our human brains cannot wrap itself around that scale. And there's a lot of asteroids just in our solar system, more than we will need for the next 100,000 years. We're going to have to shift our priorities. There are more important things. I honestly don't see the point of having all of this technology, all of these impressive feats of engineering, all of these trillion-dollar companies, if we can't take care of people. Right? It seems a bit absurd, surely. Like, oh yeah, we have put people on the surface of the moon. We're doing it again right now, all over again. But we have a hard time just feeding people on the surface of the earth. Surely it's not rocket science feeding people on the earth, right? So why? Why are we struggling? Because it's not a part of our instincts, right? It's a part of our instincts to just keep ourselves alive. And again, I believe we're going to have to grow new instincts. I believe it has to become a part of our instincts to take care of our fellow human being. Like it's going to be beneficial to do so, kind of vibe, right? Like profitable. It's going to be profitable. It's going to become, that's going to be the joke. It's going to become profitable to have people that are healthy and contributing members of society. At least that's my ideal dream, you know, for the future. I see paintings as a form of ninja training. I mean, you're getting shoulder muscles for sure. Elon gonna be up there space mining and making his daddy proud here in just a few years. Good. And I'm going to cheer Elon on. I'm gonna be like, yeah, mine those asteroids, mine those asteroids. Instead of mining on the Earth, right? So you know, I'll be, you know, Elon's little stan, you know, as you friends say. It doesn't matter to me. If the humanity overall is going to be benefited from people's efforts, then I'm going to, you know, uplift them. There are people being uplifted right now that literally just spew absolute nonsense, that don't contribute anything, that are still making millions of dollars, that literally reduce the quality of life for thousands, if not millions of people. All right. And then there are other people who are trying to do, at least trying to do the opposite. And Yeah, right. Depends on who we give our attention to, I guess. I got that poem generating. It's just a Tiva strain so far. That sounds great. That sounds so fun. Hopefully, they prove their moon landing better this time with AI involved. You think the moon landing is fake? My mom also thinks the moon landing is fake. I don't think the moon landing is fake, simply for the fact that there are equipment that was left on the moon that we now bounce lasers off of from the Earth's surface, right? So yeah, apparently China wants the moon. That's apparently the news thing in the space news right now. China wants the moon. They're like, hmm, how about that? Hydrogen 3. I want some of that moon, bro. Give me some. Like it's really like dibs, uh finders keepers kind of like mentality that we're going into the space age with as well. Didn't Chelsea at Astra with Brad Pitt? They were mining on the moon, and there were gang star wars on the dark side of the moon. It was wild. I recommend it if you haven't seen it. I think I have, but it sounds unfamiliar now that I'm reading your description of the movie. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention or something. Maybe I'm supposed to watch it again. We're whalers on the moon. We carry a harpoon. Whalers on the whalers on the moon. I don't know the rest of the song. I don't know the song at all. I just had to keep going with it. I was like, yeah, this is a fucking vibe. Oh man, what are they hunting though with the harpoons? Ships? People? Am I looking too deep into it? The most satisfying job I've ever had is a landscaper, but I got to pay the bills in the Midwest winters. Yeah. Joy, I'm happy. You're on the mend. Air travel is gross. Every time I fly, I get sick, bruh. Joy Vive, I hope you wake up tomorrow morning feeling perfect. Seeing that with you. Lozana, thank you. It's not their fault. They're entertained so easily. Not everyone has such fine tastes as this group. Yeah. Everybody collectively pat yourself on the back for your fine tastes. Nice. Didn't Austin Powers already do a movie where Dr. Evil's base was on the moon? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, right? I think that's the second movie where he asked for yen. 100 million, billion, trillion yen. I think so. Was it that one? Oh, I got sick. Last time I went to my mom's. I blame her. Just stop making out of your mom, Jamie. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks getting sick when you're, in the home with someone. Christian gave me COVID as well, right? I was not happy about that, but you're also like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be angry at them? You're gonna fight them about it or whatever? It's true, I don't like painting interiors around customers. Shit looks nuts until it's finished. And I don't take criticism well before I ask. Yeah. And it's like, bro, I'm not done, dude. You just wait. You just be calm. I'm still busy doing my job. Let's see what card we're gonna pull today. And stop. This one. I mean, Zano said like baby red. There is baby red, some in there. It is a fire card, so I feel like red is very apt still. Joy, your mom have the super cooties. Cooties. Were you making out the Christian? No, fortunately not. I was wondering as well how it happened, right? I was like just thinking, was it like the, was it like utensils? Was it just breathing the same air in the same room? Maybe it was joints. Might have been joints, sharing joints with one another. because he came back sick but not showing, right? So we were like going on with business as usual, smoking joints together, and then he started getting sick, and then like 4 or 5 days later, I was also sick, right? So he was kind of like out of it when I was very deep in it, and then he kicked me while I was down, because he had the power to. It was a whole joke basically. I'm so weak right now. My mom could totally kick my ass. Is your mom sick as well like this? Has she been? I hope that she's okay. I'm sorry that you're going through this right now, Joy. It sucks. Sucks being sick. But you're gonna get out of this and you're going to be so grateful to be healthy again. Won't take that for granted, at least for a little while. I absolutely believe astro mining is the future, but I also believe Elon will find a way to build himself a space castle and watch us all suffer. I'm not looking for debate, just an opportunity to say fuck that guy out into the ether. I get you, Duck Dad. And I will receive that energy and say, bless you, Elon, on all of your adventures to try and help the world become a better place, right? Because whatever we believe, Duck Dad, most people actually don't, you know, actually don't have an intention to make the world a worse place, to watch us fucking suffer in your direct quotes, right? Most people aren't like that, fortunately, right? And if we can realize that about most people, uh, it'll be a little bit easier, to curb our instincts, to bring ourselves back around a little bit. Let me come and show you what card we pulled. Fire Keepers. This is what I consider us, right? Every single one of you, friends. If you're choosing to show up, I believe you to be a fire keeper. Okay, let's read what it means. Skibong. Card number 5. Sacred responsibility and service. Fire is historically the source of protective warmth, light in the darkness, and heat for cooking, and was essential to the survival of original peoples. Firekeepers hold a sacred responsibility both for the physical survival and the ceremonial, spiritual protection of the community. Theirs is an essential and esteemed service. Triangles represent spirit, divinity, life, strength, harmony, and completion. The upward facing triangle is traditionally associated with fire, action, and the masculine. 3 fires warming many hands invite you to warm to the understanding of these 3 levels of conscious personal mastery: physical awareness, mental intention, and spiritual evolution. You are invited to become aware of the effects that your actions have on this physical plane. Are you living your bliss through your chosen vocation? Does your job contribute to the welfare of those around you as well as to your own needs? Engage your mind and reflect on how the responsibilities you have chosen contribute to the whole of humanity? How might you more effectively engage your intentions, your instincts as well, to set in motion your vision of the future? Finally, explore your connection to spirit and request to be of greater service to divine will and the evolution of consciousness. This is a card of action, recognition of your sacred responsibility. Yesterday's stream topic, right? Will help bring you into alignment with the purpose of your soul. Hot diggity damn. What a card. What a way of reading it as well. You've seen. I think I missed a few. I curse myself with sickness when I fall back on addiction process. When you do the hard drugs I've been avoiding, I start sneezing and my nose just runs like crazy. I'm like, oh yeah, this curse. I'm not doing these drugs anymore. Yeah, they're not worth it, dude. Fleeting in the short term, damaging in the long term. Do the things that build you, all right? Should be a part of our instincts too, but still we're not perfect. Hard realms, yeah. Building monuments to ego, like a space castle, is what motivates God to come back and do some hands-on parenting. Well, I've been missing him, Sam, so I guess I'm going to have to be building some monuments to my ego. All right, so me and God can have a nice chat. Maybe he'll live stream with me. I could always take these things, stride, Sam. That sounds like a good thing to me. That sounds like fun. I wanna be, I wanna have some hands-on parenting, right? That's like the only thing a child wants from their parents. It's like that absence is how you're a bad parent, right? That's like the number one how to be a bad parent. Like just be absent always, right? So yeah, Sam, maybe that is why we end up doing it. I posted a quick snapshot of ice fog in Discord General. It's when the air is super humid and cold front comes in, but not enough to make it snow. So freezing fog. Ah, very cool. Do you think the world would be better if there weren't hard drugs, or do you think we just invent them again and again? I think the world would be better if people were properly educated about these things and about the effects that they have on our bodies. Right, and they had access to pure things, right, instead of stuff cut with who knows what. I think that's the ideal world, right? There's no world where drugs is not a thing. That's just not going to exist. People would literally asphyxiate themselves to feel something if they were no drugs. They already do that. So yeah, like you're not going to stop that behavior. The only thing you can do, however, is properly educate people, and then secondly, give them access to the thing they want to use, right? Pure stuff, the stuff that is, not cut with who knows what, and that might end up actually killing someone because they're not actually using what they think they're using. That is the true, killer of people in the world right now. And just straight fentanyl being a thing as well. Like unfortunately, fentanyl, yeah, I have like some strong feelings about that one. But again, it helps people as well, so who am I to say? Present a stoner with a baggie of nugs and a lighter. Present a stoner with a baggie of nugs and a lighter, but no smoking apparatus, and watch him show you how determined humans are to get high. Whippets exist because we wanted to get high. Yeah, everything, when it comes to the intoxication process that we do is to get high in one way or another. Cigarettes is like a get high. Alcohol is a type of get high. Weed and mushrooms and LSD and cocaine, ketamine, cat and ecstasy and Molly, and it keeps going. Live stream of the capital G. I don't get that one, unfortunately. I appreciate the process and wouldn't change a thing. Love the lessons. I continue to learn. Exactly, bro. The only way to learn some of those lessons is to learn some of those lessons, man. So I agree. Learn the lessons and continue moving in the direction you want to live within. All right? Because we are actively shaping our lives day by day, moment by moment. Like I'm thinking about the whole fractal of negativity again. How easy it is to get ourselves caught up. Necessity is the mother of invention. They're like, can you help me? Then you get to help stopping what they're doing. And then they're like, oh yeah, I got it. Punishment should be education for illegal drug use. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for what you said about being present as a parent, being all a child wants. I needed to hear that. Love you, bro. Thank you for being that fractal of God in the world, man, for your little one. Let's play some kalimba. Is this the scene? Yeah, this will be fine. And just like that, I got so zenned out. Like I got lost in between the grooves of every pling and plang. There was so much room in between those grooves. And I was frolicking in that non existent realm. Oh, no, 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 no. What I just read, Lois, is that is a necessity to get high. And I'm gonna write that down right now. Top of the front page of the most important journal you have. It's a necessity to get high. Sorry to be so off topic, but I posted the AI generated poem about the indica strains in general, poem about the sativa and hybrid strains coming right up. Google Docs, bless you, Lavazana. I'm gonna read one of them before I finish today's stream. Soberness is a state of being just as intense as any high. This is true, Luke. This is true, Brother Bear. Sometimes that soberness might be too intense of a high. Right? So people actually go and seek out other highs because they might be easier to process. So yeah, this is true. I have found that every single time I have a DMT experience, you come back from that experience feeling like life is the true trip that you choose to come into, right? That DMT shows you a different world that feels so familiar and wants you to stay there. And then you become aware that you're the one actively choosing to stay here. And it's a whole trip. There is a level of presence that can become enabling. Parenting is no joke, but bad parenting leads to many successful beings. Also true. There is our Shan message sent by our beloved Jovan too. Oh goodness. Joe, thank you. I do my best, but I wish I was more patient. It's so hard teaching emotional regulation and proper response when I was never truly taught myself. I'm sure you got this, bro. Keep absorbing the information that the internet provides. Oh, for thy am melt, leader of thy Shmekshia scarves. Look into thy eyes. Look into thy eyes and see me being scorched by the sun. It's nice having you here, Sofa Sofa. I'm going to read Lausanna's poem, and then I'm going to read our Shan message sent by our beloved Jovan. And then, and only then, will I consider finishing today's stream. Let me see if my Discord is going to do that working thing. Please, sir. Please, can you just not struggle? Thank you. Yeah, I like that. That's so great. That's so fantablastic. It's so wonderful, Mode 5000. I'm opening these documents. It's happening right now. Slowly but surely. I don't know if it's a slow internet problem. Maybe most of my problems can be solved by just having faster internet. I won't lie. I'm not opposed to it. There we go. One step closer. Pot poem. Yasi Bobasi. This thing is thick. Yo! Okay. Let's go. Bruh. I'm gonna have to close my own little bubble. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to read this though. Do I start from left to right to left to right? I guess. Here is a pot poem. In the garden where sativas dance, Acapulco gold, a sunlit trance, Alaskan thunderfuck, a storm's embrace, Alice in Wonderland, a whimsical chase. Alan Wrench turns the gears of thought, Ella breeze, where dreams are caught, amnesia's haze, a forgetful spell, Arabian gold, a desert well, Arjan's strawberry haze, a sweet delight, Asian fantasy, in the moonlit night. Bay 11, a coastal dream, Berkeley's wisdom in the cannabis stream. Black Diesel's power, a midnight ride, Blue Bayo, bayous flow, a riverside, a blue satellites orbits in the sky, brainstorm haze, where thoughts amplify. Candy jack sweetness, a playful mood, cantaloupe haze, a melon fueled brood, catpus, a quirky name, Charlotte's Web in the web of fame. Chocolate's richness, Chocolope's richness, a cacao kiss. Cracker Jack surprise, a moment of bliss. Crystal Coma's clarity, a cosmic view. Django's melody in a sativa hue. Double diesel revs the engine. Dr. Grinspoon, a sativa's religion. Durban poison, a toxic delight. Dutch dragon's fire in the cannabis light. Dutch Hawaiian's fusion, an island's grace. East coastal sour diesel, a coastal race. Fire haze, a flame in green. Frostbite's chill, a winter sheen. Like this is gonna go and go. So I'm going to go to the second last stanza and say, tie in the southern east breeze, tie haze fog, a tropical tease, time Rex twist, a temporal spin, triple diesel's power, a triple win. Twist us, twirl in a sativa dance, ultimate train wrecks, fairy trance, Venice OG in the canals embrace, very berry haze, a fruity grace, voodoo spell in the mystical brew, in a vortex whirl, a cosmic view, in a Wapino's hopper, the Hawaiian sway, a Willie Nelson's chew, in a cannabis play. Willy Wonka's world! We smoked in some Wonka bars today. Willy Wonka's world, a chocolate dream. Why Griga's dance, a sativa's gleam. Sicker. Yeah, like that one would have been like, we would have gone for like, I think like 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes. It's a begging, but really cool. This is great. This is like great, great. I love this, Louisiana. Right? And I feel the fact that AI made it doesn't make it any less great because this was a non-weed smoker, right? Like Louisiana doesn't even smoke weed. She doesn't even love this stuff the way that we might, right? And still, she had this idea, and now it has been executed. And I mean, like these names are fire, right? Like they're like it's cool having all these names just in a list like this as well, right? It's like both a name list of like curiosities if you're like sativa strains and a poem at the same time, right? So and like a mild descriptor, which is like very cool. This is amazing. Seriously though, Zana. Like you should send this in to like some sort of cannabis magazine or something like that. Maybe they'll publish it. So cool. Love is true. Okay, with that, we can read our Shan message. Watch the Discord. The Fun Pit will be streaming cartoons today. Will either be bloody or heartwarming. There's like this cartoon movie with like teddy bears or something, where they fight unicorns. Sam, for some reason, my mind went straight to that in reading your message. How's your weekend going, brother? Going well, man. Like I feel I've been very calm and chill for the most part, and that's been pretty nice. Spending some time with my brother when he's not busy himself. Keep being Duck Dad. It's a beautiful blessing, an amazing experience. I've grown more as a person due to being a parent. It's in two columns melt. It did it alphabetically, I saw actually. It was really cool. Kids teach the profound, simple lesson we have overcomplicated. Can ChatGPT get high? I mean, maybe not right now, but hopefully eventually. I would like to smoke a joint to ChatGPT. The indica poems before Duck Dad's Ice Fog photo. This is the Sativa one part 2. I'll do the hybrid one right away and post that too. Bless you. The power of AI as a tool in action. South Africa in the news again. South Africa launches case at the top UN court accusing Israel of genocide in Gaza. Yeah, right. It is genocide. Oh, they killed our people. Guess we're gonna bomb innocents. No, that's okay. That's fine. No, no, it's not. It's not a war, right? Like, have you seen the size of Gaza? Have you seen the size of Israel in comparison to the rest of Palestine? Like, it's literally like a flick of dust, right, on on Israel, and now they're at war with like a space that big. No, no, please. Love you guys so much. Nice to have a coffee with good friends in the morning. Thank you for sharing your art with us, Louisiana. Mojo, I mean, I bet if you fed an AI a bunch of nonsense, that it would get high. I mean, they hallucinate, right? And technically, hallucination was usually something only reserved for human beings when they take drugs or psychedelics, right? That's when they would hallucinate. And now our machines are hallucinating things as well. And technically, there's those hallucinations are eventually going to become the things we want, right? We're going to want our machines to hallucinate. We're just going to try and get good information out of those hallucinations. Well, okay. Without further ado, we're going to read our goodbye message, lovingly sent by Jovan, going something like have the most intuitive for realsers, so super massively and very muchly macho grundo respected, manifesting felt more, and all of you oh so very transcendently, harmoniously, lovely, seamlessly, organically, profoundly, innately, immaculately, intricately, authentically, wholesome humanimal critter creatures, pairing wisdom and intuition to meet the needs for new instincts. Hot diggity damn, hot diggity damn, hot diggity damn. What a stream! I had so much fun today. I got pretty high. I only vaped that little vape twice, and it took me on a journey with you friends. Like I went on some adventures. I went on a trip with my favorite rocket ship, flying through the sky like a little Einstein. I'm dropping my shiznit as well though, which is causing me great distress. Okay, we did it. Glitches are a spotter. What's up, little spotter dude? What's up? Can you come on my finger? Come here. Psst, 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 psst. Come here. Yeah, yeah, there we go. No, bruh, he was on my hand and then he realized he was on a human hand and he was like, do it again, bruh. Psst, 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 psst. I should not mess with spiders. Fine, my instincts are broken. That was the whole point of the stream. We were talking about broken instincts. Come on. Come on, I'm doing a bit shortly. I love you, friends. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.